I'm real tired. It was a rough night, real rough. I've had very little sleep, but I'll make it. I have some film work to do. I'm gonna put out this thing. I'll finish filming that. I'll put it together today, and then I'll put it out tomorrow. It should be good. It looks like it's gonna be a good video. More film-like. That's what the direction, of course, that I want to go. Um, just to let you all know, what I'm planning to do is I want to make video using other YouTubers remotely, and sorry, and I got do it remotely, and my friends. We'll use our friends, the people that are involved. If somebody is acting in it, you know, do you have a friend that could play this part? Stuff like that. So, um, okay, I'm trying to get on. I'm real tired. I am. I'm real tired. It was sort of like a long night. It was a long night. So I'm, I'm having trouble doing the interweb thing. But like I was saying, like that is what I'm. Let me get it. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. Hang on. Let's get on here. So, I was saying, I was telling YouTube here that I had like a sort of rough night. I don't have a lot of sleep in me, but I do have to get some stuff done today with some filming. Now I want to talk about what the plans are for the channel. This is what I'm planning. What I want to do is I want to do a series, and we're going to do a series. It is going to be about vampires and werewolves, and my plan is to use other YouTubers. Some of them will be main characters that'll always sort of be showing up. If they can't do something, there'll be peripheral characters that could be interjected into, you know, a video. Also, besides YouTube people, friends, like my friends, if somebody is like a main character and they have a friend, or even like it's a peripheral character and they know somebody that could be involved that would be good for the part, we'll use them too, and we'll use them remotely. I'm not saying that if somebody's close, they could come into town and shoot on set. That's fucking fantastic. That'll probably happen too. But so that that is what I'm planning. I'm working some of it out of my head right now. Right now, there's two other actors involved besides myself. Peers, yeah, two other, and I have a friend. Hey, Richie, I have a friend who he's Dr. Dirk Johnstonson. I could probably get him involved. Um, but there's other people I can get involved too. I know actors in the city. Lots of artists that would probably want to do this. So that's what I'm going to do, and that's the approach that I'm going to take with filmmaking. Is a lot of it will be done remotely. Some of it will be done on set, and we're going to have multiple characters instead of, like, in the past you would just see me, and then Katya was here, so it'd be me and Katya, and then Destiny. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I tried it a couple times, having more than two people, and I like it. I think that that's the best way to sort of like have a dialogue that makes sense and a narrative that makes sense. So that's the approach that I'm going to take. I'm putting something out, Wolf Boy. I'll be putting that out. I'm going to shoot the rest of it today. I'm real tired, so I'll probably get it shot, and I'll get it out tomorrow. And it looks like it's good. It'll sort of be in the same vein that I'm talking about, but there'd be more people involved. Also, if you look at the videos I did with Katya, they would be more like that. They'll just be sort of like more film-like. That's what I'm striving for. It's like something that looks more like a film. I I like working with artists. I do, and sometimes working with artists can be difficult because a lot of artists, we have like a temperament. But the way I see it is everybody on the planet has a temperament of some kind or another. So I do see that like some of the people that I'm thinking that I want to work with, like in the city, I can think of this one dude like. He's a pain in the ass, but he would be great for the part. So I'm gonna have him in the video. I want to keep it to working with artists, actors, musicians. But man, if I know somebody that's just like, if I can think of anybody that like, I know a comedian that I'd like to have in it. That's very similar to art. But my plan is if I can organize something, have stuff remotely shot, and put out something once a week, and consistently do it on a certain night, I think that would probably be beneficial for the algorithm. The thing of it is I am prolific and I know it. I know that I can work faster than most any other artist that I know. It's just a fact. I will just stay up all night and get it done, and I can work at a really high speed rate. I can really work fast. So I know that I'm like that, and I do that. I have a tendency to do that on my channel. It's like I'll work so fast that I have so much videos that it screws up the algorithm. I'll put a video out and then I'll be live streaming. It screws up the algorithm. I'm an artist though, and that's what I do, and that's how I work, and that's how I'm comfortable working. So I don't see that I have too much choice other than to work at my own speed. My own speed just happens to be faster than most every other YouTuber. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I can guarantee that something's always coming out once a week or twice a week. Whatever the main characters, I'm going to have like, say, 4 or 5 main characters that will always be sort of used. I like it if those main characters like had YouTube channels so that we could sort of like help their channels grow. But I'm not a person that like collaborating. Like I'll listen. You got an idea? Fucking spit it out. Let's hear it. So I do want to hear about like I gotta contact a couple more people. I'm pretty sure they're interested, and then see how they feel about it. If they have some ideas, and I take all comers. I don't really care. Everybody, anybody can have a good idea. It doesn't matter who it is, what their IQ level is. Man, everybody has unique ideas. Everybody's an individual on this planet. So the people that I'm want to work with already are like creative. So it's really, I really think that it's good. It's going to work out well. Still want to continue doing the dog training though. By the way, sounds like a Shiba's coming on the 11th. This guy I had a Skype with, and he's smart, man. It's just smart. Like, just, I was like, it's not so easy, like he's doing his best. He's doing his best to like follow my doctrine sort of, but man, it's not as easy as people think. They see me doing it, they're like, Caine's doing it, I can do it. No, not really, man. I'm 59 years old. I've been around dogs my whole life. So it's just sort of like, I can do it with my eyes closed. Literally, I'm at that level. So it's just oh, it's a dog. Like, yeah, I know what I'm getting into. So I still want to put out the dog training stuff. I'm still going to put out random stuff. I'm still going to put out cryptid stuff. Well, I do look at the vampire and werewolf stuff as cryptid. That's the other thing. I have these stilts that Ria G bought the channel, and they're to make goat legs. So at some point, I'm gonna start making the goat legs now. I need to find somebody that will be a goat girl or a goat boy, but I'm gonna start making the legs today. Um, and just see how it goes. You know what? I might be able to do it. I might be able to do it now that my hip is better. Maybe I could teach myself to walk on those things. But they're like they weren't cheap, man. They're like those kind of, and you can kind of jump on them. So what I want to do is like a like Matthew Barney kind of goat. Do you know Matthew Barney, the artist? I make some legs like that, and then that would be a character. I can be the goat man, but I'm already playing another part. So, and my, another thing too, PL is my hip is doing so good. I'm growing cartilage back. I don't know. That's what Kristen Hoffman is saying, and she might be right. Do I really want to endanger screwing up my hip? I'm just gonna make the goat legs. I'm gonna make them like the part where there's the hoof and it comes up. That can be really sort of stable. It doesn't have to move. It can always be the same. But as I go up, it'll be like a type of foam. So just about anybody within like, from 5'3" to 5'10" should be able to pull them up, and we'll be able to cinch them around. Because it'll be like a pair of pants, sort of. It'll end up looking like that. I don't have COVID. I have pollen. Um, but I have green screen stuff coming out. All this stuff, man. It's like it's the worst of times and the best of times, sort of. You can't have the good without the bad. That's for sure. And I will say this, that from a lot of bad comes good. Like there have been times in my life that like there's just been like, man, do I ever get a fucking break? And then all of a sudden, something happens. It's this person that I never thought I would get along with too, and then like, I get along with her. She's all right, all right. She's got I can tell she's kind at a point. Um she's no bullshit though. She's not like syrupy sweet, that's for sure. But I mean, you can tell the person's like has a kind heart. So a lot of good shit happens through bad shit. I forgot what my point was, but I guess my point is that I want to make art. And this is a time in my life when I'll probably produce my best art. I'm not gonna pass it up. Nobody's gonna fucking get me to pass it up. This is it. This is gonna be it for me. So it's important. I'm 59, man. All artists that get over like 55, man, it's just like that's when we start to excel. It's like dog training. It's like, man, I know what I'm doing. So I'm not gonna belly up. Like my dad said, you've done it this far. Just if you have this much invested, don't stop. When he said that when I was 40, like why would you stop? Something like that. Like you're so invested now. Like what's the point? I wasn't planning on it. I was just complaining. So that's the plan. I'm gonna step up production value. I got the 13 now. I'm gonna shoot on the 13 mostly. I'll use a cinema mode. I would really like to do more dog training stuff, because that's the reason why I started the YouTube channel, was to help dogs, and also, it was weird. It was right. I had like this epiphany at the same time. I just done a show at Derek Eller, and I was broke, man. It was just like the stock market dumped, and I spent my last money on materials to put up this show. It's like this big giant igloo with animatronics in it. And I was like, what am I gonna do, man? I got no money. How am I gonna keep how am I gonna keep the house? And how am I gonna keep my studio going? Like, I can't afford materials, and I have to make art. So I was like, I started figuring out how to make video, and I'm like, I'm gonna go on that YouTube thing. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this like purpose of like trying to educate people about dogs. And I haven't given up on it. It's difficult though, because people are unrealistic about dogs. So the thing about people is that we're all the same but so different. And even with people that like you don't understand their motives, like you can sort of see reflections of yourself, When someone that's really intense, you're like, God, how can they be like that? But you know that like something would happen in your life that could make you be like that, like the bum on the street that's screaming at people, the homeless dude, like the bum. That wasn't very nice, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we're all like an inch away from like each other's insanity, My friend Margie Schnebby, she's a artist in LA. She's very talented. She's an old friend of mine from art school. She taught me how to cook at the National Shakespeare Conservatory. It's crazy. In a good way. And she'd always say that. She's fucking crazy or something like that. And she'd say that about herself. Like, well, I'm fucking crazy. Everybody's fucking crazy. My mom was crazy. She was functioning crazy. Sue was executive director of the Kidney Foundation. She's a brilliant woman, but crazy as, she had issues. God love her, man. She was an amazing woman. People loved her. She'd just talk, man. She'd talk to anybody. Smoked cigarettes like a chimney. Until she died, man. She never quit. So, God, I wish she was alive. I wish she was alive and I could talk her into being on YouTube, but she wouldn't do it. She hated the camera. So it was interesting. She's an attractive woman, but she had like sort of like an ethnic look, and she didn't like it. She wanted to look like her mom. Her mom looked real English, small nose, petite. My mom was petite, she's small, but I think her features were, she's pretty. My mom was pretty, nice figure, but she had this issue, like, get the camera off of me like that. Like, I've had some girlfriends like that too. I never understood it. I had this one girl, girlfriend. She was very pretty. You put a camera on, man. She's like, no. And then she was wrapped up. She's like my age. This wasn't that long ago. So she was 48, 49. I think that it was starting to. I don't know why chicks got it bad, because like you start getting older, and then like society's put this thing on women where they have to be like youthful, and and skinny and shit. It's just like, it just seems like not fair. Like, and then guys were considered distinguished or something, but like women are like, I don't get it. And then I can think of this one person that, like, man, she's like 70 and still trying to look like she's 27, you know. I know a lot of chicks that, like, they get like, this is true, they start working out so much that, like, they're getting older and they're like, well, I'm gonna keep it, and that's not a reason to work out. You work out to stay in shape, not to be like, oh, I gotta be hot or something, or what, like, society expects me to be. You know, fuck it, who gives a shit, you know? The only reason why I work out is because I know it makes me feel better. But, you know, women, you guys, like, really, it just seems unfair. It does, like the, like, what is beauty? Like, you know, really, like, beauty to me is, like, interesting, you know, like, it's not necessarily a plastic look. I like a more natural looking person. And you see, like, chicks, they're like, you know, like, worried about makeup and shit. That's not what it's about. Society is just, what is that, like, Instagram screws up, like, 13-year-old girls and shit, gives them an unhealthy, like, attitude about their body and shit, so they end up, you know, having eating disorders and shit. It's rough, man. It's rough for everyone. And then there's the opposite, like the person that, like, gain so much weight they're unhealthy. It doesn't look good either. It's like, oh no. I'm eating breakfast. My mom once liked that and didn't like her photo taken. She get real pissed off and snapped a few secret shots of her. Yeah, my mother was like that, and this woman, I won't say her name, but she was really like that. Like, I mean, you go and see my mom in the home movies thing. Like, she was real fashionable in the 60s, you know. You know, she always had a sense of style, you know. But she was drilled into her head that she wasn't. I remember, this is a true story. God, who was it? Oh, I know. Okay, it was Donna Summer. Somebody said to my mom, I was a kid. Thank you. It's so disgusting I'm eating, somebody's saying. I mean, a human being, we do that. But somebody came up to my mom, and we were sitting on the steps, like outside the house or something. I can't remember, it was one of the neighbors, and they said, you know, Sue, you are very pretty. You know who you remind me of? And my mom said, who? And this is weird. They said, Donna Summer. And it bummed my mom out. Donna Summer's beautiful. But Donna Summer doesn't have the little tiny features that my mom wanted. Do you know what I'm saying? My mom was not prejudiced. That was not my mother. She didn't give a shit. My father, that's a different story. My mother, she didn't care. But, like, to hear somebody remind her that she had, like, sort of ethnic features just bummed her out. I'll never get it. It's like, Sue would say horrible stuff about herself. It's just like, no, don't say that, Mom. That hurts. You love somebody and they're saying something, you know, bad about themselves. Like, you know. It's not true. Like, why are you saying that? Are we supposed to tell you that you're wrong? I mean, as a kid, I didn't know how I was supposed to respond to it. It's so disgusting. I'm eating. I don't think so. I don't think my mom was bullied. She grew up in a small town. She was valedictorian of her class and prom queen or something. She was very popular. I don't think it was a situation like that. I don't think she was bullied. But you are right. Like, children don't bully other children. But I can think of somebody that I know that's beautiful. The prettiest, one of the prettiest people I've ever seen in my life. And they have a very distinctive feature. And it makes them gorgeous. But their siblings gave her shit about it. And it like, sort of bums her out at times. Like, what? No way. Don't get that out of your head. But yeah, siblings can fuck up another sibling. I'm trying to think if my brother did anything like that. No, my brother gave me a lot of shit, but he was relentless. My older brother. I'd punch him. We're not doing that. You're not gonna post this fucking crap here. My God. Go away, idiot. It was the truth. When I was putting out those home movies, the home movie thing, it's like Peter Caine home movies or something from when I was a kid. There's like, it'd be Christmas or something, and my brother would say something on, his older brother, and just wail on him, My brother was a pacifist. Pretty much, even, he's a minister. And there were so many shots of that, And it would have been great, but you can't put that out because it's like, it goes against community guidelines. So I had to cut it all. It sucked. I'm sure I was a difficult child to deal with. I was hyperactive, ADD, ADHD or whatever. I mean, they didn't put me on Ritalin until I was 15 or 16. And then I was on it for a short time, and then I joined the Navy. No, look, it's graduation. Wow. People are graduating. Good for you. Get out of school, go to college. My oldest sister used to be the one everyone was proud of. She could do no wrong because she was beautiful and would go far with her looks, and she was the oldest, and she'd put down the rest of us. My brother got grades. I got terrible grades. So that was the attack. Where, well, my mom said that, like, at a point we had IQ tests done. I had to have IQ tests done because I was terrible in school. So they gave me like an IQ test like every 2 years or something, it seemed. But she had said, like, Peter has the highest IQ of all my children, and I didn't graduate from high school. So it really doesn't mean anything. IQs are meaningless. Yeah, they don't mean anything. In the real world, it means nothing. It's not a good yardstick for how you could handle yourself in life. It more is like a way to like judge like how much information somebody can like store in their brain and still function. Like, you can have it here and then be doing something and then pull it out when it's needed. So it's not really a good like if they had an IQ test on like animal husbandry or something, because some people would score higher than others. Like real life IQ tests, like on mechanical like who's more mechanical than the other person. And I live around people that are like at this level of like this guy across the street, his dad was the same way. Like, they're just, they're brilliant. You know, they know what they're doing mechanically. They're just like, it's not a problem. Where, I'm like mechanical, but come on, a car? Are you kidding me? I do that. I do that. I start working on a car, start flipping out because I don't know what I'm doing. You give me an electric motor, you give me air pistons, you give me stuff like that. That's something else. But this, no way, no way. Like I could put hardware into a computer, but I can't write a program. There's no way. She seems my help is something to make fun of. After all, she can be harsh, my words, but I want her to wake up. I'll tell you one thing. I'm glad I wrote out a storyboard because I'm so tired. If I didn't have a storyboard, I wouldn't be able to do it. Just a couple of shots, I can get it done. And I would really like to start organizing. Haley's on board right now, so that's great. I'd like to get Dr. Dirk Johnstonson back. I'd like to get Katya back doing some stuff, but she's got a real job, and maybe I'll talk to her. Maybe she'll do it like incognito or something. I don't know. She's a good actress. My friend Kimberly, man, she's funny as shit. She's just friends, but man, we dated for like, and she's so sarcastic. I can't. I have a literal mind, so when somebody like uses sarcasm, I don't really pick up on it, and that's all she is. It's like everything out of her mouth is sarcasm, and that'd be like a day and a half later, and I'm going, "Oh, she was making a joke like that." No, I already asked her once, and she said no, but maybe I'll try again. So, we'll see. We'll see. The one dude in the city that's crazy, he would be great. Like Pigeon Lady. Like Pigeon Lady or Toxic could be in this. People like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Pigeon Lady with her accent and shit. They're the two people one of the two people both those people I was thinking about was like that they could be in the videos. Very easily. Toxic, she can do video. She can, man. She can do it. And I want, you might come visit one day, but I'm talking about doing a remote, or B Davis, man. Maybe B Davis could be. There's another friend of mine that like, she's got a look. She could be in it. And there's all these people that I'm friends with that I'd like to rope into video by just doing like remote stuff, like like I'm working on right now. I've worked on it. When was the first time I did that? Oh, Katya had to go to her dad's and she was gone. I started doing remote then, and then Destiny. I did Destiny shit was just like fuck, like it was brilliant. You know, I said too, she'd be a good demon. She would be a good demon. You are correct. She could play the devil. Nice. That's right. Her and her crazy ass tongue. That is a good point. She is not afraid of the camera, clearly. She loves the camera. She could be a great character. She likes the red, witch thing. That's a good point. Boy, I'll tell you though, PLF, Toxic, man. I see Toxic as like this, like, character that comes off as like this totally innocent, right? But then batshit fucking crazy. That's how I see it. Like I was thinking about you and Toxic the other day, like getting you guys in this, and I was like, PL sort of easy, kind of the voluptuous vamp, something like that. Toxic is fucking just insane. Just write dialogue for Toxic that's just crazy as shit, right? Like a vampire is always going to have crazy dialogue, but Toxic, do you know what I'm saying? Like her sort of like innocent cherub face, but just stuff coming out of her mouth that's insane. Um, I see Toxic as could be like a star. Yeah, yeah, you'd be vamp succubus type. Yeah, exactly. With the English accent. I saw that. I saw that yesterday. See, I've been thinking about this lately. I've been thinking about how am I going to produce this stuff when it's so expensive to get people to come in. Like, certainly if somebody's close and they could come in, I'd want to shoot. You're damn right. But I mean, this is a way around it. I've already done it, and it does work. The best way to do it, I find, is that the other person has an iPhone. You send it to the person on iMessage, and it's like crystal clear. There's another way to do it. Seems to work. Haley did hers on Snapchat, sent it through Google, and then I got the link, and it didn't look good when I just sort of uploaded it. But if you take it into a program, the Snapchat video sort of like mellows out, and it looks pretty good. So that's a way to do it too. Using a cloud. There's Robert Masters. He'd do it. I could talk him into doing something. That's one dude that, you know, I don't know what part he would play. He could almost play any part. I was talking about him the other day. Like we were, this was years ago, trying to pitch this idea, sitcom. And in the sitcom, there was like a gay dude. I asked Robert, "Can you play gay?" "Oh yeah, I could do that." Something like that. Like Robert, like is totally straight guy. Not. You wouldn't. He's not gay. He's married and shit. But he said, "Oh yeah, I could do it." I could see him doing it too. Like just hysterical. Funny people. Funny people are great. I just see Toxic as fucking scary as shit though. Toxic might be the scariest character in the damn thing. Like maybe even get Toxic some fangs and shit. I don't know. I just think that she could pull it off. Toxic's really an interesting person. She is. She's like really good at dog training. She's real smart. She's in some respects she's shy, but she's not. And she could be great at it. Like doing her thing where she's like talking but not looking at the camera when she does. You know what I'm talking about? Like it could be really intense. Really intense. A teen werewolf. She could be that. But whatever she is, if I can talk her into it, I want her as insane as possible. But maybe not even like obviously insane, just like there's this underlying thing where you know that like, oh, hang on. Yeah, that'll work. Like I just, the cherub face, right? She's got this like cute cherub face. She's cute. But she's just like make her into like something like, and she's not evil, right? She's like this sort of like how do I describe her? Like a nice Southern Baptist girl, right? But have her just say one or two things that just come off as like what, like that, like just real strange. I was saying this. I was writing this out. I think I told Haley this, and I was writing it out to Destiny. Florida, I was giving her a description of how I wanted to do it, and I forgot what I was thinking. Anyway, that's the idea. That's the idea, and I think it'll work. And I don't really know if anybody's doing that, like a show that's using remote video. I just don't see why it can't be done. The majority of it, and like the tighter stuff, like you keep the most of the stuff is tighter, because it's not put over the internet, you know. So that would be stuff that's shot on set. There's also, if you got a good connection, when we walk, she has dropped some saucy jokes. Oh, I get that you influenced her there. But like Zoom, I did a Zoom thing once. You can record on Zoom. So if everybody's got a good connection, that's the trick. You can get good quality. So you could be having like a conversation on Zoom, and then record it, and then take the recording and throw it into the footage. Like, that's the way people communicate now. I mean, I do a lot of video communication. Like, I'll be like, I'll because it's easier, because I'm dyslexic. It's easier for me to do it that way. So I'll send people videos. Even audio, doing an audio through one of them, that, like Instagram, or that could be used. But that's my idea. Man, I need this. I don't know how I'm gonna make it through the day. I just got to work with Lotsy. I want to clean up a little bit. I bet you do have a good idea. Don't talk about it here. Somebody will steal it. Aye, ma'am. It's an interesting looking woman. Oh my God, he's eating gross. Somebody was saying I was spitting on my artwork, because I needed to smooth some shit. Oh, that's gross. Give me a break. That's what I'm doing. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm telling you, I'm in the prime of my life to make art. I'm not gonna pass it up. I'm just keep belting it out. And we'll get success, which will keep everybody motivated. Beautiful women in it. People love that. They do. They love it. Craziness. People like vampires. People like werewolves. Look for the thumbnail. It's got to be a real interesting thumbnail. Animals. I was thinking that too, because I was talking with Destiny months ago. Like, I'm talking about like bringing the animals into it, and then I'd forgotten about it. The thing with Katya, where I'm on the bed, and we used Remy. We used Remy and Bucket. We knew Bucket would do that. So we had Bucket in the room. I knew that Bucket would come up there. So more of that. Sam the Raven. Just, the dogs are easy, man. I used Marty in something. Dogs have training, so you can kind of tell them what to do. Remy, I can work with easier than a dog. I can say, Remy, go over there, or go over here, go back there, and she'll listen to me. But Sam the Raven could be used for sure. People love ravens. Like, Sam the Raven could be, that'd be like a friend of a wolf. Ravens and wolves get along because this is an old story. It's not a story, it's like well, anyway, the story goes like this. It's like, there's a bear, and a bear is chasing or following. I can't tell the story right, but essentially what it's saying is that predators will follow the raven, and the raven will lead people, or lead the bear or the wolf to the prey. Like, they're not helping you get away. They're leading you into a trap, which is probably true. Oh man, how am I gonna do today? It'll be all right. It'll be good. It will. I don't know if I'm gonna get to work on the clam shell, but I'm certainly gonna try. Try and work on the clam shell a little bit. That show is just gonna be great. It is. I'm really loving it. What else? I don't know. Just glad I made it to 59 pretty much. I'm glad my hip doesn't hurt. What the fuck is that? Oh, humping your slippers? Solerton's always trying to bother his mom, but she won't have anything to do with him. Not really. It's not like a other male pigeon. He can't be because his mom will beat the shit out of him. You know. Hemiwinkle. You know, he'd rape Remy if he could. Remy was waking me up this morning, pecking at my hands. You know, I'm like, I only had like an hour and a half, Remy. What are you doing fucking with me, you know? Come on, go back to sleep. That's why I'm up, because Remy woke me up. Yeah, I love it when they do that with their wing. I'm gonna make the hooves for the goat legs. You know, this is another thing too. A cryptid doesn't have to be like this set thing. There could be hybrids. There could be a vampire and goat. You know what I'm saying? I am going to start the goat legs. Yeah, I know. Solerton's great at it because he's like me, man. He loves to wrestle. But I'm going to start making those goat legs this afternoon. I'm going to break those things out, put them on a table, and start making a hoof. See if I can form a hoof out of styrofoam. Right? It's a great idea, Karen. I'm glad you told me to do it. I got it out of the way. Because if I would have done it this morning, I wouldn't have done it this morning. I don't have any sleep, man. I have like a very little sleep. I appreciate that. Oh, it's very helpful. Get your ass out there and do it in the afternoon. Nobody will know the difference, or at dusk. I did not use the liver. What I used is the blood that I made. And how I make fake blood is using chocolate syrup and food coloring, red food coloring. Oh my God. Hang on. There's nothing. And it makes it, I discovered it. I was like, man, that chocolate syrup, it's like the right thickness. It was just red. Started adding a lot of food coloring. I'm like, holy crap, that looks pretty good. So that's my little theatrical secret. It's not too bad to work with. It, you know, it's not as sticky as you would think. Then I get kicked. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. The Rio G. You know, it's weird because I forgot what it was, and then I was putting it all over my mouth and shit. and I could taste it. I could taste it, and I was like, oh shit, it's the chocolate syrup, you know? Um, Instagram's weird, man. I can't seem to get Instagram on my computers anymore. Like, I have it on these, but I'm having trouble getting in. I tried signing in through Facebook, and it won't let me. I don't know. Maybe if I change the password on one of these and then just try and log in through that. That's probably the way to do it. I'm having trouble though. I don't really have it on either. It's always saying like they should be linked, and then I try and link them, and then they say we're gonna send you a code, and then they send me a code and the code doesn't work, or they tell me on one of your open devices, you know, you can say, yeah, that's me, but they don't send it for 19 minutes. So how is that helpful? I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying. You know, I wanted to post pictures on Instagram of Wolf Boy, and I couldn't. So that's why I posted that short clip. You know, so I don't know. I am tired though. It'll be all right. It all works out in the end, you know. I was just wondering in case anyone else gets that problem. Man, I got fucking internet problems constantly, it seems. Not as much with these, more like with my laptop. I might just get rid of the cache or whatever it is and just log back in on everything, see what happens. Well, this area is a lot different this year. There's all these tourists and stuff. It's a vacation area. It is. Still pretty early in the morning, man. This place will be packed with boats in a little bit. Last year was nothing. The pandemic was still going on. It's still going on. I've known more people that have gotten sick in the last month and a half than the first 2 years. It's weird, man. I'm gonna have to get more caffeine. I'll never make it through today. There's no way. Chad? I could put him in it, I bet. I bet he'd do it. He's a good guy. He does my trash. It's like collects the trash and shit. Everybody knows that dude. His dad's a real nice dude too. His dad's real friendly. They're both like just real friendly. That's how everybody is around here though. It's like my neighbors are real neighborly, you know. They give you the shirt off their back, every damn one of them. They would. Most people are good. They are. Where do you live? I would love to travel up north, at least somewhere with trees. Why? Where do you live, Arizona? South Texas. Yeah, not a lot of trees. They're like little short things. Life is so weird. It's fucking bizarre. I know what to think. Sometimes it's hard keeping your shit together. Take a breath. That's all you can do. Think about, like, what do you really want to do? Don't don't go with your first thought. That's always the worst. When you act compulsively, I was faced with that dilemma recently, and instantly I'm like, what the, I'm spouting out shit. In the back of my mind, fuck it, fuck it. Somebody I was talking to said, yeah, fuck it, like, to just reaffirm, like, fuck it, who cares, You can't, it's tough at times, though. It's like, you know, so, right just there, my Instagram account was blocked due to suspicious activity. And that happened before. So somebody is, hang on, I want to read what this person said. God damn it, people, man. Some people are just fucking awesome, man. Swear to God. Some people just like restore your faith in humanity. Seriously. So I was just talking about this, and then somebody's clearly watching the live stream and screwing with the account. So they can't get in, but they're doing stuff because as soon as I start talking about that, then they block the account. I mean, Instagram shut it down to like make sure it's me and stuff. Somebody's logging in to my account, trying to, from New York City. So who the hell's doing that? I don't really know, but what I am gonna do is change the number on this phone. I'm gonna do that, and that's it. No big deal, right? So let me go get another Red Bull, a couple or something. Appreciate it, Instagram. I do appreciate it. Could be somebody on the stream, seriously, more than likely. But it's just too strange. I'm talking about it and then it happens. I need a mask. All right. There you go. I'm serious. Some people are just freaking awesome. They are. There's a lot of people that care about other people in the world. It's good. They make up for the deficit that some people have. It's the truth. It is. There's a lot of caring people. You just sort of tell talking to somebody, you know, they give a shit. Like there's people that would like, they don't want to cause a wake. They don't want to cause a wake and make people's lives worse. They want to make their lives better. They do. And even if it's somebody that's, you know, like you see that person on the street that's fucking just batshit crazy or something, or not even that. Say there's been times in my life I've met somebody and then there's an instant dislike. You gotta like stop and say like, you know, wait a minute, like what's going on in this person's life, you know? Like why are they behaving this way? Like they're clearly having a bad day and everybody has a bad day. You don't know what's going on in their head. You don't know what's going on in their life. You need to like take a breather and just fucking not escalate the situation. Sometimes it's difficult to do, but it's the best way to do it is just realize that everybody has problems. Like you might have caught somebody that's really awesome, but you caught them at a bad time. They're just having a real bad day. They might have money problems, they might have been in a fight with their husband or their wife or their girlfriend or boyfriend. You know, they could be sick. They could, you know, there's so many things that can like make a person behave badly, that you have to, like, it's sort of like paying your rent on the planet. You gotta sort of like try and help. It's not that easy sometimes, but you gotta try. You know, sometimes you just have to say, well, I'm gonna wash my hands, of course, but we're not here that long, man. We're not. So just everybody should try and be as nice to one another as we can, even though that, like, I get people shit constantly on the channel. It's more of a bit than anything, you know. I don't know. I don't think a lot of people really get me, but whatever. Clearly, a lot of people don't get me. Some do, though. I think some do. Some people are just inherently good. Like, they're just sort of born like that. Some people have issues because of environments. There's a lot of different reasons. So it's not always easy to have compassion. It isn't. You know, you feel like you were wronged or something, and then you're like, I think a common thing for people is like revenge or something. Like, what's it really get you? What's it get you? Nothing. I hate the old, like, people, you don't have to forgive everybody. There's stuff that is unexcusable. That involves something really, really the worst thing. You know. But there's a lot of stuff that's just like manners. If it's a lie, fuck it, you know? You know it's a lie, fuck it, you know? Don't escalate the situation. You know? Kill the homeless guy on the street with kindness. Just try and be as kind as you can. You know? Like, oh, I'm sorry, what's up? I didn't mean to. Whatever they're screaming about. I don't see it too much anymore, but in New York City, I'd see it all the time. The angry maniac and shit. It's just, I don't know. I think about my older brother. He's clergy. He went into it because he wants to help people. That's what he said. It's because I like to help people. I get it. There's just some people that want to help. Like, I don't know. Even if it's like it's not even a reason. Like, religion isn't even a reason to help. That's never made sense to me. like you just want to help. Just to others, which is a religious